first place was for the journeyman guys, the guys like me, the guys who are out there really working in the real world, and we wanted them to be able to afford it.
It's insanely good.
And instead of being like $3,000 or $3,500 like some of these other things, we cut it in the price in half.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not making a ton of money on these.
Right.
I mean, the cost to make this thing is, each one is made by hand. It's made by Nick Wenger, who does a lot of other cool stuff. And just on the down low, he's been making these for us. And a lot of really top guys have gotten these, it's super cool. Yeah, but I wanted to show you guys because it's like the cool thing about magic is it's like some of the methods are so much cooler.
Yeah, sometimes, but not nearly as cool as this.
Right. So I wanted you guys to see that because it's just really
fantastic.
Cool. So there you go.
Fantastic. Okay.
Toot toot. Okay.
Something else dangerous?
Something else dangerous. Should we? Or should we? Yes, let's do something else dangerous.
Yeah.
All right. Why the hell not? All right. I'll let this phone charge up a little bit more. I'll do the non-music version of the trick, and I'll do the non-music version of this. I was going to do the music version, but I'm going to let the rest of the thing charge up first. I have here some needles. These are sewing needles. Just do me a favor, take one of those out of there. Good. And if you would remove a needle as well. Good. And if you would remove a needle as well. Harry Houdini used to perform this trick. Take one out. This was like one of his tricks that he did on the stage. Even though it was done with very small objects like sewing needles, this trick played at the Hippodrome for thousands of people because of the sheer danger that was involved. That captured people's imagination. I need one more person to take it. Would you take one as well? Thanks. That's 10 solid steel sewing needles. What I want you to do is verify that those are all legitimate. Make sure they're sharp. Don't poke yourself with them too hard. But then once you're done, just drop the needles inside the glass there. It's a little glass of liquid courage. We're going to drop those in there, making sure they are completely sharp and legitimate. Good. Drop those in there. Drop those in there. Very good. Drop yours in. And if you would drop yours in as well. Perfect. Make sure that goes down in there. Drop yours in as well. Perfect. This not only completes the needle, but it actually sterilizes the needles as well, which is super cool. I also have some thread here, a length of some white cotton thread. First, the needles. This is the hard part here. A little Indiana Jones. There we go. All right. Now, nothing in there. All gone. Now a little bit of a length of thread. All right, just about like yay. Take that off. This could take a while.
You've been practicing.
I've been practicing. All right, we'll just speed this up a little bit. Okay. Much better. All right. All right.
He does hard.
Yeah. Now Houdini actually he did this for real. This trick is real. Learn how to do it. Here's how you learn how to do this trick. He learned this from the strongmen, from the regurgitators, from the sword swallowers. He actually would take a piece of a potato, tie a string around the potato, and swallow the potato with the string on it. It would go down into his esophagus, that's right, or fallopian tube, whichever one, inside the esophagus. Using that joke again. So that goes down in there. That's a Steve Spill joke, I think. Right? It goes down inside here, and then he would practice with his stomach muscles to force the potato back up. And then once he could do it, he didn't need the string anymore. Because if it got caught, he would pull the string and it would come out. It's really gross, I know. But it's a legit thing. He really did it. And then he practiced and practiced forever so that he could do it with a bunch of needles. Now, I've swallowed the needles. I've swallowed the thread. We're going to try to remove them. All right? Here we go. Normally, I would have some music here, but it's still charging up. So, all right. Actually, there's 6 or 7 different versions of this I have, but this is the main part. We have to bring it up for. you very much for that applause. So that's kind of a cool thing, and it's the classic needle swallowing premise. But the cool thing about this is it is completely 100% safe.
Yeah, it's. I am thrilled at how safe it is because I finally got a chance to see it, nice and up close and stuff like that, and see what's going on.
Yeah.
I can't wait for them to find out because it's really genius.
Yeah, it's cool. This the only other mention of using this idea was in a pamphlet or a little booklet by Gary Darwin, and it was almost there, but he didn't have the one extra missing piece that needed to solve the problem of the needles not getting tangled coming out of your mouth. Because if anybody does the needles, you know that, okay, here's the first problem. You'll notice when I just did the needles, my lips were open.
Yeah.
The needles were coming out and appeared as if they were coming from my throat. Mm-hmm. Normally, when you do this needle deal, you have to cut, it looks kind of like this, like.
Yeah, because you're working them out.
Right, because you're trying to unwind them as you're pulling them out of your mouth. Because they really are wound up and stuck in your mouth. This way, the needles really aren't technically in your mouth. They're in a receptacle. They're in a thing that protects them. Not only protects them going in, but coming out. And it keeps them from getting tangled. Okay, so this is super cool. Let me talk about getting rid of the needles first, then I'll talk about bringing them back.
Yeah.
So there are two ways to get rid of the needles. Like I said, Puck and I teamed up on this, and there are two ways. I'll tell you both ways. The first of the two ways is the one that I normally use.
Hey, before you explain it though, can we give something away? The only reason I say that is because I see that I have 3% of my battery here.
Oh,
I'm at 3% of battery. We are losing Twitter. Okay? Twitter's going down, people. Okay? You're no longer.
Well, then you're going to have to vamp while I get ready for something else.
No, exactly. I can vamp for something else, but let's give something away before.
We'll give away the needles.
We'll give away the needles. Oh, now you've ruined it.
I mean, well, let's give away something.
So you can unwrap it. I don't care. We're giving away the needles.
All right, we're giving away the needles.
We're going to unwrap it,
and I have the question.
Go with the question.
The question is, who is one of the tricks I really like to do is invisible deck. Who is the person who came up with the premise of using an invisible deck of cards to do the invisible deck?
Right, because the invisible deck, the concept of the rough and smooth and that kind of stuff is Burling Hall, right? Mm-hmm. And then Burling Hall, it was like the semi-automatic upside-down card trick deck, or something like that, right? But then there was somebody that came up with the premise that called it an invisible deck, and it's
shuffle the invisible cards, make the invisible, and it's not who you think it is.
I know it's not who I think it is, but I'm searching my memory to try to remember who it actually is. Okay, so
it's a hard one, and this is a $300 trick. So.
$300 if you can name who Scott is thinking of.
I'll give you the title of the book that it's written in 1947.
All right,
it's called Watch This One.
Watch This One.
That's the name of the book.
Okay, all right, boom, boom. Boom. Somebody was asking how loud the board is that reels the thing in. It's not loud at all. It's easy to
I just did it. Did you guys hear it?
Yeah. Well, I heard like.
But the ball's bouncing around.
But no, there's
people
more that's going
doing
on.
Other things.
Yeah, you play a little music for the ball bouncing around or whatever, or just talk.
Or not. I mean, it's
fine.
If you're in a. Yeah, you do need to keep it away from your mic because if it's right here, it's going to be but down here.
I mean, it honestly, the only sound is it just goes. It's very, very simple little sound like that. Okay, let's see. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Okay, so somebody has already written in Don Allen. Nope. Okay, yep, and that's what I'm saying. No. Okay, I'm feeding you the names as they come in. Joe Berg. Nope. Eddie Fields. Nope. Okay, not correct. Nobody's correct yet. So keep writing in. What's the name of the book?
Watch This One.
Watch This One.
1947.
Google. Watch This One from 1941. Google quick. Get your fingers going. I'm down to 2%.
Before Eddie Fields, before Don Allen, before any of those guys.
Yep. Still getting the same ones.
I heard this from Johnny Thompson, who I can pretty much call as good authority.
Yeah, Johnny Thompson is a good authority.
He used to do kid shows a lot, which is where he did this premise.
Okay.
He also was very popular, wrote a very popular book on coin magic.
Yeah, okay. These are all great clues, and I don't know who it is. I have no idea. Eddie Fields. No, you guys are wrong. No Eddie Fields, no Joe Berg. Nope. Okay, give us initials. Initials.
Give us initials.
J-B-B. There's 3 initials. JBB. JBB. No,
Justin Bieber. Exactly.
Power quicker than it charges.
Exactly.
So, all right, 3 new treats. Let's see if somebody's got it. No.
Coin magic. Wrote a big book on coin magic, often called the Bible of coin magic.
I know it. I know it now. Come on, people. Come on, people. Yeah, we know here in the studio. Everybody knows in the studio.
Everybody knows
out there. JBB wrote a book on coin magic. He's the guy that first came up with the concept of the invisible deck. Who can write it in? Tell us who it is. Well, okay, yes. I'm going to give it to Leland Hirschman, who wrote Bobo.
Yes, JB Bobo, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely correct. Leland, you get the needles, and you won't hurt yourself doing the needles. When you see how great this is, when you see the method, you're going to absolutely love this. Make sure you contact Scott at @SAlexanderMagic through the Twitter feed there. And everybody who's written in tonight, thank you so much. You guys are going to be gone in 1%. So
in 1% you'll be gone, but still watch because we have a few more tricks to show you.
Okay.
Including the explanation of the needles.
Let's see it.
This is the particular way I would like to get rid of the needles. I use a shot glass, and Jim Steinmeier wrote a wonderful book called, what the hell is it called? Device and Illusion. Thank you. Device and Illusion. And in there, he had a method for doing it. This is based on Steinmeier's idea, but the needles are dropped into a shot glass in the way I do it, and this is explained on the Needles DVD. The last person who draws out a safety pin, or a needle rather, drops it in the glass. When I turn to walk away, there is a big honking magnet in the bottom of this pin cushion, which I do this with, and it takes all the needles out. All right?
Yeah.
So they're gone.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Don't applaud me. Applaud Jim Steinmeier. His version, it uses a wine bottle, but
Right.
I thought that this was a more logical thing.
But that's the thing. I mean, the concept comes from someplace.
Yeah.
A lot of concepts do.
Right.
But to
I read that book. I went, hey, you know
but
what?
to make it organic like this and to make it so subtle that nobody's going to notice it, great.
So back to the thing, read books thing, right? Okay, here's the other thing. This is the way Puck does it, and we also give you one of these glasses too. And this is kind of super extra cool because it ties right into the method of retrieving the needles, which is awesome. And this is why collaboration is so good too. When you bounce stuff off other people, you come up with more ideas. That's why I've released so many things with Puck, because I go, hey, Puck, we both worked in Denny and Lee's show. Denny Haney has a magic shop in Baltimore. Great magic shop, by the way. Brick and mortar, one of the last actual brick and mortar shops existing. So, but Puck and I used to work for Denny, so we're good buddies. We hung out forever. I'll bounce ideas off him, and he goes, hey, here, how about this? And this is Puck's take on this, which is freaking brilliant. But first of all, I need to tell you how the needles are kept and managed, and that is with a thumb tip. These are permanently attached inside the thumb tip, and there's a little something extra in the thumb tip that's arranged in a certain way. It's a certain strength, but it is a magnet. And the magnet, you place the needles into the thumb tip, and they kind of stick to the magnet, and you put the rest of the needle in. And really, you can load this thing in a matter of moments, rather than having to sit there and wind up the thread and the needles. The needles just pretty much grab right onto the magnet, and I'm loading it right now. This takes just a matter of a minute or two.
Are those real needles?
Yeah, these are real sewing needles.
Have you done anything to dull the points at all?
Nope.
No?
They're just regular needles because they never really come in contact.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
With your skin. They're just living in this thumb tip, and they're stuck to this magnet. It's attached in there a special way because the problem is when we first put this together, a lot of the magnets would dislodge because the thumb tip is flexible. Mm-hmm. It has some give to it, so the magnets will want to pop out. So we just found a special glue and a special way to hook this up. But really, I mean, that's really all you need to do to load the thing, which is great. That's it. And then we put a little slit so that the end of the thread goes in the little slit, so you have easy access to it. Right? Pretty easy. And that goes on your thumb. I actually wound the thread around a film canister and drop it in there, and that's kind of how I get it. right? So that's there. I don't think I explained that in the DVD. I think I came up with that later. But that's a little extra tip for you.
That's nice.
So here's Puck's idea. Because there's a magnet in the end of the thumb tip, he uses a glass like this, which we give you with the kit, that you hold on to. If you hold that magnet up top near the stem, when you drop the needles in, they kind of stick there and stay in the glass, right? They don't drop into the stem, right? They stay right up there so people can see them. You know, they really are there. Then when you pull the magnet away, they drop into the stem.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
So you fill that with water. You put the magnet against it again.
And they stay in
the water, and they stay. You know, they don't fall out. So that's the way he does it, too. And now you get rid of those. And we give you that glass.
That boy's a lot smarter than he looks.
I know. He really is a lot smarter.
But he would have to be, wouldn't he? Who could be that dumb?
Who could be? It's his fault because he's not here.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
so
how dare you? You'll go out there and earn money, earn a living,
and
love your family.
How dare you? So now you don't have to have needles pre-wound up in your mouth. You're good to go. It's here. All you do is you reach up with your thumb, and you've got this little end of string poking out there that you know where to get onto. So this just goes right in, which is a natural action.
Yeah.
Like you're just reaching in and grabbing the end of the thread.
You would have to.
And now you can keep your mouth open because you're coming out of the thumb tip. All right? And then the cleanup is like that, which is freaking easy. You just reach in and take the thumb tip out. So that's basically it. You know, you drop that in your case and you're good to go. The needles.
So nice.
Freaking needles. Nice.
So nice. Well, somebody was kind enough to stick a cord in my device.
Oh, nice. Stick a cord in.
And turn my brightness down. It looks like I'm wavering at 2%. So if you're still with us, you still can contact us through here, which is nice if you want to know anything. We're getting close. We're getting close to the end of
Getting close to the end.
I can feel it a-coming.
I can feel the end coming.
Yes.
It's coming. Should we talk about theory first? And
yeah, well, for a couple hours. For just a couple hours. I feel the momentum.
The momentum.
Yeah.
Yes.
The impending
velocity.
The encroaching upon.
Encroaching momentum. All right, let's do it. I want to show you a trick. Earlier on in the lecture, like about 7 hours ago, I did a trick with a spitball and a bullet catch. I'm going to do a trick for you right now, which is called Defying the Bullets. It's the real legit version that was done about 100 years ago. A trick even Houdini himself would not attempt. Right?
Wimp,
wuss. It was called Defying the Bullets. In this trick, a bullet is fired from a gun at someone, and they stop it in its tracks. All right? Would you like to see me recreate that illusion tonight on this stage? Excellent. May I have a volunteer?
There's like 2 or 3 people who want to see it.
2 or 3 people. All right. So, do we have any? I need someone who has like some familiarity with firearms, like policemen, ex-policemen,
Oh, no.
military.